from a corporate sector employee to a fitness trainer. What do you think? The journey was easy? No, it was not. It's true that her family didn't against of it, but also they were not happy that she is leaving her job and following her passion, her dream to train people to be a fitness coach. But she made it possible. Now she is training a lot of people. She is influencing a lot of people through her content, and I'm very glad that she is today's speaker in my show. Her name is Aarja Bedi. So, hi everyone, I am Jairus and welcome to the second episode of the Jairus Show. And I am very glad and thankful for your support and love for the first episode. And I hope you will learn from every single episode. In this episode, me and Arja discussed about a lot of things regarding career, regarding our health, especially regarding our health. And I hope it will help you to grow in your life. So, stay tuned. Let's start the video. Hello, Arja. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thanks for connecting. How are you?
I am absolutely fine. How is everything going on your life, on your profession?
All good, all busy, and I think that's how it should be and how I like it to be.
You are happy with everything that is happening in your life, the work and all.
Yes, I am happy actually. I
Okay.
enjoy the pressure of the work and I enjoy doing stuff, so no complaints at all.
Okay. So, like, if I will ask, you are a fitness trainer. As I know, as much I know, you are a fitness trainer. You train people to stay healthy. What's the reason behind, like this? Why you came to fitness? What's your relation to fitness? Why? What's your journey? If exactly I will ask the question, what's your journey?
Sure. So I actually wasn't always interested in this field. It was only when I was doing my bachelor's in Australia that I started going to the gym and I realized I really liked that space. So before that, I played sports in school, but it was just because it was compulsory for all students to play sports. And I feel like in most schools it is. I was good at it, but I never enjoyed it. But I also was a very chubby kid. So a large part of me was very self-conscious about the way I looked, and I don't think my confidence was always at 100%. I was a confident kid, but there was something about the way I looked that would drive my confidence down. Um, and I think once I went to college and I was just like independent in a whole new country and I knew I had to figure things out myself and like work on myself, that's when I started going to the gym. And once I was there, I just realized that, you know what, I really like this and I just feel myself in this area. And that was just like in the normal gym space. And there was a couple of classes that would happen in our fitness center. And I would go to those classes every evening after uni work. And the instructors that just stand on the stage, it's like a little podium, just like in a normal room. And every time they would be teaching us, the only thing I could think about is, what they're doing is so cool. They're just making people work out, sweat, have fun. And I could always just envision myself doing that. So I think that's where the drive came from. It was just those group classes and seeing instructors teach. And I was like, no, that's what I want to do. And I could just see myself standing on the stage. So that's when I think the inner calling actually came, that I want to get into this field. But obviously it wasn't as easy as you think it is. I did finish my degree over there. I was studying business and I came back to India. I still did try to get into the corporate world, tried my hands on a couple of jobs. Like I did marketing with 2 different companies, but I just never enjoyed it as much and it just wasn't challenging. So I would find myself making excuses, if that, why am I going to work late? Only because I wanted to go to the gym first. So I would either go late or I would leave early. And the only thing I would think about every day is, what excuse can I make today? And I ended up changing 3 jobs within 1 year, which doesn't look nice either. And it was all because, I wanted to do something that I truly enjoy. So I think it was just before COVID that I decided to take the plunge and I quit my jobs and I got into fitness. I got certified by the American Council of Exercise, so ACE, which is like the biggest organization like for trainers to get certified from. I got certified and I started training people just, online. So started my blog account, which is how you found me now, I'm guessing, but that started about a year ago. Um, so it was just like through social media stuff. And once you start posting, the reach increased gradually. And I just had one random client who reached out to me on Instagram. And then from that one, word of mouth, just content. And yeah, that's pretty much like how it started. It was not the most, like, I think, predictable thing, but it was something that I always wanted to do. So I think I just found a way and like carved a way out to come back to the fitness side of things.
It was the passion, like as you said, it was the passion from childhood.
Yeah.
You love
So I think
sport
that's
and
something like very important, if you can figure out what your passion is, because once you're passionate about something, you won't find excuses on why you don't want to do it or how you can postpone that thing.
exactly.
With something like with just you're going to work in the morning and coming back in the evening, you're doing it only because probably you need money. That's one aspect of it. And for like a lot of people, I just feel like that doesn't drive you enough, or it doesn't give out the best in you. But if you can figure out what you're passionate about, and if you can figure out a way to, you know, monetize that or make a business behind that, like there is honestly nothing like it, because you will treat every day as a challenge, and like you want to accomplish something bigger because you're doing something that you like and you want to better yourselves doing that. So like for me, the passion was, I discovered a happier, better side of me because I started exercising. But the true passion was because I felt like I saw that change in me. You want to help other people as well. So I think it just goes hand in hand. Once you know what you really want to do, there's like nothing that stops you from
Yeah,
wanting
if
it,
you
like
know what's your
aiming.
why.
Yeah, it's like that cliche line that everyone posts, find your why. I mean, it's easier said than done. It's not very easy for everyone to figure it out at a young age. But like if you can, and if you give, I think, even 10% thought of it, there are so many things that come into your mind. You might not like everything, but like you can at least think about things that you might like, or like brainstorm those things, that at least spark a little interest in your mind or like in your day-to-day lives. And if it's sparking an interest, you will focus like more onto that. You will be more inclined to give in your best into that. And like for some people it might be something that they want to achieve within the corporate world. Like there are so many people I know, they want to work with like the top 5, like the global top 5 EY and stuff. But like that is a goal which is also totally valid, and like it's amazing. But like as long as you can figure out what it is that you want to do, I think that's like the bigger aspect of just like life and career.
Yeah, like you must have listened so many from so many speakers and so many what you can say, influencers or big people. They say that, and you must have read in books, your passion and profession, if you combine that and if you find the way, then nothing gonna stop you, as you said. And
Exactly.
yeah, and my question from this thing, as we are discussing about this, one question is coming up my mind, because I was in that stage a long time ago. Like we feel like we have a lot of passions. Like I love dancing, I love writing, I love reading books, I love doing this, that, and a lot of things. And we don't know how to channelize this thing to money and to earn something and to make it profession. Because in this world, what I saw is everyone is running behind job, behind a lot of things that we will make money. But after certain point of time, we feel tired because it's not something we are enjoying. It's not something that is giving us happiness. So, what's your take in this? What's your suggestion to the people who are watching you and they're confused what they need to do in life? But if it comes to passion, they're thinking that I have a lot of passions. Two people are there. Some people
Yeah.
are thinking I have a lot of passions, where I will go. And some people are thinking I don't have any passion. I'm not thinking I can.
Yeah,
What can
I
I
think
do?
I've probably been on both sides where you feel like you have nothing and you feel like you have a lot. So for the people who feel like you have nothing, I just feel like you have to, it's pretty like straightforward. You just have to like zone out, take some time to yourself, with yourself, to figure out what you like. Like it's not
What
possible that
can
there
they
is
do?
nothing that, yeah,
What's the
like
suggestion? What?
it's not possible that there's nothing you like. everyone has something that they enjoy. It's just about figuring out what it is. It's like saying figuring out what your why is. It's like figuring out what your what is. So, again, there will be a lot of things, but it might just not strike you on a day-to-day basis. So it just, I would say, slow down, take a step back, and actually think, reflect, and see what is it, in your, say, usual routine that you like, or maybe not even your usual routine, but like something that you observe and like, or something about, what someone else is doing. Like everyone, you look up to someone, you get inspired by people. So maybe it's an inspiration that drives you to figure out what is it that you like. It's natural that you can't figure it out yourself. Like it's not everyone's cup of tea to just be like, no, I want to do this. But if but there's I don't think there's any kid who doesn't watch, something on the screen, be it like movies, podcasts, anything. You always look up to someone on Instagram, on any platform. So, those can be ways through which you use just to see what is it that you might strike interest towards. And again, it doesn't have to be one thing, it could be a couple of things. And if you are, young enough, you have age by your favor, that's the time to try out like what you like and what you don't like, because you don't have to enter that corporate world, corporate ladder. And even if you do, you start somewhere, you can switch. Like that's another way to
Test
look at
and
it. Even,
trial. You
yeah,
can
like if you
test and
think I might like this and this, which was my case, I was confused. So I did try my hands on like, marketing side of things and business development side of things, because I thought I'm good with talking. So I'll be good with like getting leads on in business development. And I found marketing interesting every time. So I was like, oh, I want to try that. But once I tried both, I was just like, I don't like any of them. Like doing it for other people. But what I did like it is I like the concept of both, but if you do it for yourself. So like, that was my take on it. But I did have to do trial and error. I tried my hands on like the accounting side of things. Absolutely hated it. Only survived my internship period, and I was like, goodbye to the books. I can't do this. So, if you have a couple of things on your list, I would say just trial and error. There's enough opportunity to get internships with people. They could be paid, they could be free, they could be 1 month, 3 month. And like there is a lot of people out there who are willing to teach and share knowledge with you. Like my suggestion to everyone would be put yourself out there, shoot out a message to someone on LinkedIn, email them. Like that's how we got in touch. You just have
found
to
a coach.
find someone. Yeah, you find someone, reach out. You never know, they might be willing to get you on board. You can try your luck with those things. And like for the other side of people who think they have so many things and you can't figure out what to do, it's not an issue, but like the situation there is, I feel like people don't know the difference between passion and hobbies. Because as kids,
Exactly.
you like a lot of things. So like you said, you like reading, you like dancing, you might like a lot of things, but because we're kids, those were things that we grew up doing. Like, I think all our parents try to get us involved in some form of co-curricular. So that's how and why you picked up dancing. And then you figure out that you enjoy it. Like reading books, again, is something all parents like encourage from a very young age, that you read, so that, by the time you're older, it's part of your routine, or like, weekly thing. You're not wasting time, you're building up your knowledge. So you enjoy reading. So like their reading might be a hobby, or like playing an instrument might be a hobby. If it's a passion, then I would say you have to be like at that top level to make it something professional, because again, these hobbies are so common. And if you want to make it professional, you have to also have it in you to stand out. Now there are so many people who will have the same passion, right? Like I know how to play the piano, I might love playing the piano, but am I like in the top 1% to make it big enough to be able to, survive my life, like from the money perspective? Like, can I make an earning out of doing that? Obviously not. So when you have too many things, I think you have to start differentiating which of them is passion that can turn into profession, and which of them will you just keep on the other side of the page and just continue doing them in your free time, because they are actually your hobbies. So you enjoy it. And maybe when you make one passion into profession, you go through that journey of making a passion into a profession, you might learn how to make your next hobby into a profession. Like it's only going to be a teaching circle, but it's like super important to figure out which of those passion elements are going to keep you going and thriving and challenging once you try converting it into a profession. Because if it's like something that you know you can scale, you will work towards it. If you know it's something so wide, like you're not going to, like, you wouldn't even know what the scope is to work towards. So like coming back to something like instruments, if you're playing a classical instrument, what is the scope? You know that there's a line that draws somewhere, because there'll probably be best one, top three, top five people. They'll probably be playing with like the other big shots, or the, say, old age gurus or something, like, because they are well known and they're renowned. So there's limited scope for you to grow there, and like there's this that much time you have in your hands as well, and you want to accomplish the most with that time. So you'll probably keep that as a side hustle, keep doing it. If you can grow, why not? Like, grow, but it's not generating that revenue. And at the end of the day, if you have to survive, which all of us do, you can't be relying on other people. You have to figure out what is it that's getting you the money to like be professional with it.
Yeah, it's very much necessary. As I said, I was a lot of things from my childhood. I was a good dancer and I did a lot of things. I achieved a lot. I was a good writer. But with time, when I realized why I'm sharing this, with time when I realized that I need to do something, I need to earn money. And at that time, my parents are saying me to go for a job, give some exams, go for teachership and all that. And I never thought I will do it, because we have something in mind. I
Yeah.
don't want to do that. It's not my thing, and I don't want. It's not my cup of tea. So I thought,
Yeah.
my parents thought maybe I'm not good in studies and like that. So I thought, let's prove my parents, and I cracked some exams. And obviously, that's the childhood. I cracked some exams, and they are very happy. They are like, if you cracked it, go for it. I said no, I will not go, because that stays something like that. I was thinking doing a lot of things, but after that a phase came when I realized that I need to earn money, because my family is not financially stable. I was talking 2.5 years ago thing, and that time I realized that I love dancing. I love doing a lot of things, but what can I do? And I will love this. I came to this health industry, and I came because I was not well. I came for my health, for my transformation. And I saw a lot of people are there who are suffering with, like, in every family with some find something, gastric, cholesterol, acidity, anything you will find in
Yeah,
every
there's a
damn
lot of
family.
hereditary like ailments that come down as well.
Yeah. So then I thought, oh, why not? Let's do this. Let's try this, because I know myself. I can't stick to something which I will not enjoy. And when I started doing this, I started loving this. And I thought dance is my passion. Let's convert it to workout. Let's do this. Yoga is my passion from childhood. I do a lot of like yoga poses and all. I thought, let's do it. Let's learn, because learning is the never-ending process. You can learn, you can
Exactly.
implement, and you can share. So that's it. What I feel is, as you said, these things that we need to find out our passion, and we need to see, is there any scope? Because if there is no scope, then we will fail, and we will just feel tired after some
Yeah,
time,
you
because
won't fail, but you won't see any growth. And when you don't see
you will
any growth,
tired. Yeah,
you're just gonna like you'll feel lost about it. And that just
yeah.
puts you back in that reverse rut of what am I doing? Like, you don't see yourself growing and just like deteriorating. That is just probably not a good feeling for anyone.
And with age also, we come, like, a lot of responsibility came, family and a lot of responsibilities. And you will feel like, what I am doing, why I am doing, because money is not coming. And for the survival you need money, you cannot deny that.
Yeah.
After all the things, and you can follow your passion. Right now I'm a holistic lifestyle coach. With that, I'm doing a lot of things, my dance, my everything, what I need to do and I want to do, I'm doing this. It's no one is stopping to do it, reading books, and it will help you to grow more. So you can do it in your free time,
Yes.
for your relaxation, you can do it. So if I will ask you something, as you said that, yeah, before some years ago you are into corporate jobs and like that. But when you thought that I will not do it, I will leave it, it's not giving me the drive that I want in my life, then how was that journey? Was it difficult when you decided I will be a fitness coach, fitness trainer? How was the support system? How was the things at that time? What your parents
Um,
said, your surroundings said? How what was that?
so I would say it wasn't a complete no support. I did have support in my thought process. In terms of my family, my friends always supported whatever I want to do, but I think that's because we're all from the same generation, so you believe
Yeah.
in the entrepreneurial side of things. Whereas our parents and grandparents, they're from a different generation. They probably aren't very accustomed to seeing you know 23, 24, 25-year olds actually starting businesses on their own. Like, people do it, but they just haven't seen that as much, so they are a bit hesitant, I would say. So with me, my parents knew I wanted to get into this space. I had told them, but they weren't very happy with the idea of me leaving the corporate side, because of course from there you're getting that fixed salary and whatnot. So they didn't want that stability to go, but they did support my passion 100%. But they thought passion is just passion. They did not see it as converting passion into profession.
How did you
And
handle this situation? If I will ask, how did you handle, and if someone is watching us and it might be the situation for that person, how that person
um,
will like go with that situation and will pursue the dream that that person have?
So I think for me, it was just about following my gut. Like, my parents didn't say no, but they didn't say yes to me quitting my corporate jobs either. It was my decision to do it. They knew I was doing it. My dad wasn't the happiest with it. He, for a very long time, didn't think fitness is a professional career. He just thought that's like, you do it for yourself and that's about it. He didn't see it as a career path that will take me well into the future. He just thought if I get into it, I won't have stability. So like, I do understand what their thought process is, but I think it's also important for you to believe in your own thought process and your own gut instinct on how grow it. Like, it's not going to be easy, but you have to think about the vision and what you want to do, how you're going to do it, why you're doing it. Because again, when it comes to business, you have to know your why. Because if there's no why, that means there's no story. And if there's no story, you don't know what you're working towards. Like, your story is your vision. So like, my dad did not think it was a career path for the longest time. But again, he said, you're young, you experiment, I would 100% support that. And if it doesn't work, you have something to fall back upon. So he always made sure I had a plan B. That was it. Like, he was very scared, yes. But like, when I started, I was 23, I think, and 22, 23. So he's like, you have age on your favor, just try. So that was one side. My mom, again, she was, I think, more supportive. She was hesitant, again, because you're leaving, stable salary coming up your alley, and you're getting into something where you will get paid, but you don't know how much you'll get paid. And every month is going to be different, and you have to work extra every month to like grow. Because like, once you see growth, you want more. And if you want more and say like the third month I get less money, then you always like feel bad about it. Like, not bad, but it's more pressure, because again, it's your business that you're working towards. So her take on it was, oh, you're still a kid, I think you should work in like some field for longer, so you get experience and then start. Like, she's also an entrepreneur, but she started her own business when she was in her 40s. I'm doing it literally
Wow.
20, 25 years before her. So
What your
she
mother
loved,
do?
that's different. I don't think that makes sense to anyone who's going to watch. So there's no point getting into it. But she runs her own sourcing agency. So I don't think people will understand what that is. But yeah, she works basically with the international market. She has a lot of work. Like, her office is in Delhi, and she has offices all over India, and they work with, clients all over the world. So that's that. But like, she also started her own venture, but it was way later. So, her take was just that do it, but do it in a couple of years. My take was, if I don't do it now, I'll be too late in the market, because everyone wants to have like that first mover advantage. So again, like to anyone, parents will always support you because they're your parents. They'll never not support you. But if you really feel like you want to do something, you have to follow your gut instinct. If your gut instinct is strong enough and sending out that voice that, I'm ready to do this, and you yourself know you're ready to give in anything and everything that you've got to work towards it, then just follow your passion. It might work, it might not work. Like everyone knows, 95% of the businesses that start, they do fail. But once they fail, the same CEOs have learned so much that they can come up with a better company, they can execute things better. So like, be ready for failure. I'm not saying that it's going to be a smooth boat. It's probably going to be the roughest boat, full of tides and waves. But once you know it's your business, you literally treat it like it's your baby. You will stay up all night. You'll do whatever you want, because you're working for yourself. You're not working for someone else, and you're working for your vision, for your goals. The drive is completely different, and the feeling is completely different. Every little thing you accomplish, it feels like a milestone. So I personally think your biggest support system is going to be yourself, at least at this age, because everyone is scared of risk, and like no one's parents want to see their kids at a stage where they think they're not earning. Because when you're feeling down, of course you run to your parents. So your parents will always find that safe spot for you. So a salary at a job is a safe spot, like it's your safety net. But if you think you have more in it, take the plunge. It might work, it might not work. If it works, amazing. If it doesn't work, you can literally shut up the company and go back to the corporate world 2 years later. So there's nothing to lose out of it.
Yeah, you can try it. If you want to
Exactly.
do it, you will do it. Anyhow, you will do it. You will fail again, you will
Yeah, that's what
stand
I'm
up
saying.
and
If it's yours and you have that clear vision, there'll be nothing that's going to stop you. If it doesn't work in the market, that's fine. At least you tried your vision, and that will give you enough satisfaction that at least it's not just in your head. Whatever you wanted to try, you tried to implement it. It didn't work. It's fine. So be it. It doesn't have to work. You either do, give it a round to make it work. Otherwise, if you think it wasn't a good enough idea, or it wasn't, executed well enough, you can shut that chapter, come back to it a couple of years later. You can always go back to the corporate world. Like, there's enough opportunities out there. You just have to work towards grabbing, the best that you want for yourself.
yeah, exactly. Like a lot of things are there, lot of scopes are there. You just need to find out and run towards it. If that's the one thing you need to do. Another one thing is that you said me that you are fat before you transformed
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, I would say I
I
was
want to
chubby.
address that thing. Did you ever body shame and something like that in your college or in your school?
Did I get body shamed?
Yeah.
Not really, no.
What's your take in this? If any of your student, and because it happens, for a skinny kid or for a fat kid, it happens. What's your take in this? What's your suggestion in this? What do you, as a fitness trainer, what's your message you want to pass to them if that's happening with them?
Sure. So, I mean, honestly, very interesting question. And I did get a DM about this the other day, and I didn't address it on Instagram. My take on this is, number one, your body is your body, everybody is unique. And the only thing that should matter, and the only thing that's important, is that you're happy with your body. And the size of that body shouldn't define happiness. Like, you might be chubby, you might be skinny, you might be strong. Everyone just needs to be happy with who you are and what you are, and that happiness has to come from inside. So chubbiness is just something that's showing on the outside. Maybe you are, say, super fit and super strong, but you're just chubby, and that might be because someone has health issues. A random XYZ person doesn't know your backstory, but they're just going to comment looking merely on your looks. So that, I think, is the biggest issue with body shaming, because you are just judging someone on their physical appearance. You don't know the person inside. You don't know what's going on with them. So, like, it's none of your business to comment on what a person looks like. Like, comment on what you look like in the mirror, that's you, that's your body, you comment on it, you will probably work towards it. Like if you see something you
Right.
don't like, you'll work towards it. If you see something you like, you'll work towards, sustaining that. But body shaming someone else, like, I don't understand what people get out of doing that. And I would say, little 2 cents on people who get body shamed is just going to be that regardless of however you look, there is always going to be someone or the other who's going to say something or the other about you. Okay. So, like, even if you're, say, super fit or super strong, people will still comment on you. They will still
Yeah.
say, oh, wow, you're so strong. You might not like them saying that, or you might be ecstatic that someone said it. But regardless of, you know, how you look or what you are from the outside, people will still comment. And that's just how I think society is.
That's their
And
business.
yeah, like whatever you do, you will still get comments. Like that is it. So and like this is what I was talking about on Instagram as well. Like there is, whatever happens, you just have to learn and slowly accept how to cancel out that outside noise, because you will regardless always get comments. And those comments might be good, those comments might be bad, they might make you happy, they might hurt you. Like for some it might be motivating, for some it might be encouraging, for some it might be like a pushing stone, for some it might be like you go into depression. But no one knows your actual story, no one knows your inside, so they have no business to really comment on you. If you yourself think of something that you don't like self, I would say, like, self body shaming isn't all that bad until the point you do it obsessively. Because again, you can be your best judge in a good way and in the bad way. Like you can critique yourself, you can praise yourself, which is what you should do, because again, you are living with yourself for yourself. So as long as you are happy, you do the body shaming or the body glamour that you want to do. That's always allowed, until obviously, like, there are people, and that's an exception, you become obsessive about it. That's not healthy either. But as long as you cut out the outside noise, outside things of what people are saying, because people aren't going to stop. Like how much ever you try, people aren't going to stop making comments on you. So you might as well just like channel out that side of people, or like that noise of people saying this, that. Like I do get it now from friends and family. People call me skinny and they're like, you've lost more weight, you're super thin. And I'm just like, no, I'm not. Why don't you come to the gym with me? Like I might look thin, but there is more to me than just the looking thin. And I'm happy the way I look, and I know I'm pretty strong, and I might
I am
look thin
too.
to you.
I look skinny
Yeah,
and people say you need to gain some weight. Obviously, I'm not in my ideal weight, but there are a lot of things more than this about the internal health. What about the internal health? It's why it's always about the look. I don't understand it.
yeah.
How you look.
That's what I'm saying. Like for people with body shaming, body shaming is basically just on your external looks. It's just your external physique. There's nothing that people know about what you're dealing with on the inside or what you're going through. So, like, that's my take on it. And I think a lot of trainers would agree with the same thing, that you should just work on you, for you, listen to you. It's all internal. Whatever people want to say, just let them bloody say it, because they are probably happy saying it. They get mental peace. You have to just learn how to not let it bother you.
Yeah, it always happens. It's not that in the fitness, it's, in career, it's in your personal life. Everything people what they want to say, they will say. If you are good in
Exactly.
something, they will say that you did something so that you reached there. If you are bad in something, oh shit, he says he's not doing anything. So people are
Exactly.
going to
You'll
say whatever
always
they
get
want.
comments either way. So again, it has to be, you decide what you want to hear and you decide what you channel out.
And it's I believe that if you are getting comment in the positive side and the negative side, then why not get the comment in the positive side? Just go towards it. If you are getting body shamed or something like that, some people got into depression, and I can understand it. If it's the health issues, then also I can understand it. But if you are getting into depression and you are not taking any action on your health, then it's not good. If you are feeling like you need to lose some weight or you need to do something for your health because you are not healthy, then go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I also feel, because since 2 years I'm into this fitness and wellness journey, and I know that people get, because I got a lot of times, a lot of things, skeleton, a lot of words people used for me, but I am someone like I don't care. I simply don't care. I feel like I don't
That's
care what
good.
you are
That's
saying.
very good that you can like have that attitude.
Yeah, I feel like when I feel like I don't have energy, I'm not feeling good internally, I'm not healthy, I thought I will gain some weight, I will do something for my health. And I like since I think 1.5 years, I can proudly say I'm not taking a single medicine, and very rarely I'm taking medicines if something serious is happening and I need to like get rid of this. Otherwise I'm living a very good life internally, I'm very fit, I can do a lot of things. So people are saying me right now also, I went to village and people are saying me that you are skinny and a lot of things like that. I thought, who cares? You, it's your
Yeah,
mouth, it's your words, you have the right, you can say it.
absolutely.
And what about the pandemic? How did you enjoy the pandemic time, or how did it go for you, and what did you
Um,
learn, if I will ask?
Honestly, the pandemic is what got me to start, getting into fitness as a career. So for me, it was like that time was a complete bonus because I ended up quitting the corporate world just a few months before COVID. So, like, of course, I'd started, but it wasn't, I would say, it was on like a very slow rise. But because COVID hit, everyone was home, everyone wanted to look after themselves. So for people in this space, I think we all, by and large, actually picked up and grew, and people knew about us because of the pandemic. So it was like more of a booming, phase than a sad phase. Like only from the business side, of course. Like otherwise, just seeing what was happening in the world with COVID, that wasn't good. Family wise, like I think everyone did lose some loved ones. So like I think that was part and parcel of everyone's journey. Whoever is gonna talk to you,
Yeah.
hear this, like that's something everyone went through. But other than that, I think it was the COVID time that actually like I personally think I utilized that time to structure and align myself on this is what I want to do and this is how I will do it and I will make sure I do it. And because I got support from others being like my consumers and customers, since they everyone's hit by a pandemic and they want to look after their health and want to work out. I think it, like, just that entire time went in my favor.
Pandemic gave a lot of learnings to a lot of people regarding health.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone's eyes opened up a lot about health, or they came to terms with it. I think everyone knows about importance of looking after your health and doing the basics, but you don't end up executing those things because you think you don't have the time. But the
Yeah.
pandemic made you realize the importance of carving out, like, say that half an hour, 40 minutes, like to work out, go for a walk or whatever it is, but do something to look after your body, because it needs it. So I think that was like the biggest learning curve from COVID for everyone, like on a very general scale. Like I think everyone's eyes were opened about just having, like, you have to have to look after yourself no matter what, because the only thought, like however brutal it sounds, the only thought that comes into your head is like, I don't even know if I'll survive the pandemic or not, because it was that brutal. So it's the scare that got people to start looking after their health, but it did do that.
Yeah, like in the pandemic time, before pandemic, most people didn't know what is immune system, what is immunity, why it matters. But after that, in every mouth you can listen immunity, immune system, and a lot of things
Yeah.
about it. So, like if I will ask you, you must have been observed. I also saw that a lot of people follow like a lot of remedies like green tea, like a lot of things to lose weight or to achieve some health results, and they just run behind the short YouTube videos, and they don't have the like they don't research about it. Is it really going to give me the result? Is it something that will help me? and they just feel like, okay, I need to lose weight, I need to look good, or I need to do this or that, let's do it. What's your suggestion for those people if like they are running? I like address these things a lot of times, because I feel like you are not going to get the results if you are taking lemon tea, green tea, or if you are not doing the lifestyle corrections, but you are just following something and you are thinking that I saw people skipping meals, not taking breakfast, and not taking dinner, so that they think that I will lose some weight and I will do something. So what's your suggestion in this, and what do you want to say to them, what they need to do if they're planning for weight loss or something like that?
Sure. So, I mean, since we're talking strictly for weight loss, I'll start off by saying,
No,
even
it's
though I feel
not
like
strictly for weight loss. I want you to address weight loss as well as for health things. When it comes to any health like diabetes, you can take any like diseases or something like that. I see like a lot of trainers are coming into the industry, but if honestly, I will say it's a brutal truth, and people don't have that much knowledge, and they are saying a lot of things, and I saw a lot of things. I don't want to bring it here. Like I saw, and you must have observed that people are saying a lot of things, but exactly that it might be wrong for some reasons, because as you said before, everybody's body type is different, everybody's things are different, so all the things are not going to work for you. So what's your suggestion in this?
so. I'll keep it pretty simple. Like, my take on it is you have to figure out a way and a lifestyle that is sustainable for you. So, be it whatever you're trying to achieve, if it's weight loss, weight gain, maintenance, looking after, all medical ailments, like be it diabetes, sugar, things like that, you have to develop a lifestyle that is well balanced, number one. And by well balanced, I mean you are moving your body, you are exercising, you're eating clean 80% of the time. Like, I am a big advocate of the 80-20 rule, which is you eat healthy 80% of the time, and 20% of the time you can indulge in whatever you want. Because, like, as humans, we all have that side that you do want to eat things that might not be as nutritious, but they are tasty. So, like, I don't cut out any food groups. I don't make people cut out any food groups. And, like, not even food groups, I don't make them cut out even a food item that they might enjoy. So for me, it's all about striking the balance. So if you like, say, you like ice cream, I do. I can't sleep if I don't have ice cream one night. So, like, I make sure I have it every night, but then I know how to portion control it. So, you're not obsessing over it. And I think that's how you strike that balance. And once you strike that balance, you don't get into that cycle of, having to do a diet because you've gained weight and then you have to lose weight. So all those fads, they're called fad diets because they are bloody fads. Like, green tea is not going to do anything for you. Apple cider vinegar is not going to do anything for you. If your day-to-day lifestyle is not right, like, there
Yeah,
is nothing that's going to be able to help you, be it whatever. So, like, as long as you're living a sustainable, balanced lifestyle, and, like, I know I've said these words a lot, but, like, it literally comes down to that, like, something which is balanced so that you can have a good time, but also you're looking after yourself. I think 85% of the issues get solved. Like, things like thyroid, it's reversible. Sugar, it's reversible. People get those, you get these issues either if it's hereditary or because your lifestyle sucks. Right. And if it's hereditary, then fine, we're stuck with it. But again, you can do things to prevent it from happening. If you know it's
yeah,
hereditary, you put in that extra effort. So that's where the balance comes in. And, like, sustainable, because you don't want to look at any of this as an end goal. And that's why I don't believe in any sort of diets, because the word diet means it has a start date and an end date, and you don't want an end date. You are looking at building a lifestyle that's healthy. So
yeah,
that is where the sustainable part comes in. Like, you have to be living that life or living that routine day in and day out. And, like, every day it can consist of things that are good for your body, but also good for your soul. So it doesn't have to be that you can eat, you know I don't know, whatever you like eating, pizzas or something, only say once in 2 weeks. If you like it, you can even have it twice a week. But then maybe you're just having, one slice. And because you're allowing yourself to have that one slice every time you want to have it, you're not binging, you're not ruining your body, and you're not going to get that craving again, because you only get cravings when you restrict yourselves too much. So that's why when you come back to striking that balance that lets you do anything and everything while keeping in mind the, the healthier side of things which your body requires, then I think like there is no issue on like how you lead your life day to day. It's just about, finding what works for you, what's the level you have to stick at. And like that answers all the questions. Like we have,
Like, but
my grandmom has.
as you are a trainer, you know that if you are eating ice cream or like you are eating something, you know how to balance it out. But if
Yeah,
someone who don't have any idea about nutrition, about food habits and all, what's a suggestion for them? What will work
hire
for
a
them?
coach. That's why there are coaches to help you do that. Like there are things
Yeah.
that you yourself are good at, but there are things in life everyone needs assistance with. Be it companies, like there is EY is a company, it's a very successful company, but they need people to run the company for them. And every person who's part of the team is good at something else. So same thing with your body. You know your body, you'll understand it the best, but there are some things that you don't know about how things affect you. And that's literally why there are coaches. There are people like us who've studied nutrition, studied how to, write a program, how to get people to start working out from ground zero all the way, to a stage where it's part of their lifestyle. So if you don't know it, if you are, you have the time to read enough about it, play trial and error with it, do it. I just feel when there is someone who can guide you and you can talk to someone through the process, why not? You're going to get first-hand help from someone who is literally educated themselves in that space. So just reach out, hire a coach. It's not that you need that coach for, the rest of your life. You probably need that coach for, say, 1 month, 2 months, maximum 3 months,
For
because
the
you start
transformation
understanding the
journey.
pattern then. You start understanding the pattern, you start understanding food groups, you start understanding how you react to foods, and then you know how to take it ahead. It's just about getting into, the car and learning how to drive. So like I would just look at it as an investment into yourself. And it's not a lifelong, I mean, it is a lifelong investment if you just make, the monetary investment for say 3 months.
Yeah, again it comes to money mindset, because some people are not ready to invest money in coaches, and they try a lot of things how they can solve it by their own, and they fails to do it. Like, what do you want to say to them, how they will think that a coach is very important when it comes to a transformation journey? If you don't know something, you need to go for this without anything. Like, as you said, it's a lifetime investment. If you are investing something, you are getting a good health, then obviously if you are healthy, then you are going to achieve a lot of things in your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's easier said than done, because when you're giving money for a service, I think as human beings, we are all iffy about what you're going to get in return. Whereas, if you're going to a mall and you buy like a t-shirt, you have that product with you. With a service, I think by default, we as humans, everyone feels a bit like hesitant, or you'll have a second thought. Um, and like I've seen that with my clients, like every time I'm starting a new batch, I face that issue. But like my take on it is, if you really want it, you see the importance of it. Number one, you will not double doubt it. Like that is again something to do with you and not the coach. Because if you know your eating patterns are not good, you know that you have some medical issues coming towards you and you have to rectify it, then you will not see it as money that you have to spend and you feel bad about. You will see it as an investment towards you. If that's still not convincing enough, I mean, hiring a coach, there's nothing wrong with it. I think it only does people good than better. All I'll say is, like, there's enough well-to-do coaches coming up of recent. Like people are getting into the line professionally, they're super educated, super well read about it. Just find a coach that you feel like you can vibe with, you can trust, and you think that their vision is going to be the same as yours. That's about it. Like I can like there's no way I can tell someone that you need to hire a coach. You can't convince someone. It's a decision that you have to make. But like those are just some tips. Like if you feel the need, then you don't find an excuse to hire a coach when you know it's really necessary. But when you're on that middle path between if I need or need not, then just find someone who you think you would want to work with, and you will like collaboratively do a good job out of it.
Like it's like if you don't know something, then and you are finding someone who can guide you, then you don't need to have a second thought. Just because health is not something is called expense, it's the investment, because
Exactly.
you are going to get lifetime return if you are healthy. This type of
Exactly.
investment. If you are not healthy, then you are not going to do anything in life. I feel like if you don't have the energy to talk, if you don't have the confidence to sit in front of the camera, then what you are going to do? You are going to do nothing. And you need to feel healthy, not from outside, from inside also. So
Exactly.
from this question comes that how much, like what's the connection between the physical health and the mental health?
The connection between physical and mental health. I mean, they both go hand in hand. I feel like
Like
if you look after,
if I will ask, if I am mentally weak, will it impact my physical health? If I'm physically weak, is it going to impact my mental health? That's my question.
definitely, yeah, definitely. So that's what I said. They both go hand in hand. Like, what you are on the outside is what you are on the inside. I think we've all heard that phrase quite a lot. So that's where, the physical and mental come to terms as well, because physical is what you're just seeing outside, mental is what's happening with you inside. Like, very easy example, we all go through times where, you have a bad stomach, you ate something, you're nauseated. So when you have a bad stomach, you do feel weak overall as a person, and it does show on the outside as well, right? You're probably just sitting in a corner holding your stomach and you're like, I don't feel good today, it's not a nice day. So same thing, like that is internal and external. So it is affecting you physically because you can't move, and it's affecting you mentally. Of course, that's a medical side of things, but you do feel mentally drained as well. So like I think they have a big correlation. And I feel like if you work on yourself physically, and by physically I mean from the exercise side of things, and I don't mean exercise in one particular way. It could be walking, running, swimming, lifting, golfing,
Anything.
a sport, whatever. But if you're involved in some sort of physical activity, it has a massive, boost on your mental status, mental well-being, because you have that endorphins running, you feel more charged, you feel more alive, and you want to drive more. So like I have only seen, and like I can say this like from my clients, for my clients as well, like whoever works out with me, they have seen a massive difference in like the smallest ways. They're more energetic, more stamina, not like dying climbing a flight of stairs, and you just feel more mentally happy and awake. I just feel like when you're physically, awake and active, you just feel nicer about yourself as well. Otherwise, because you haven't like exerted yourself, you just end up feeling more groggy, like, during the day, or just as a lifestyle. Like you have to be doing something physically to keep your mental side awake, channeling, running, challenging, everything.
Yeah, when you are physically fit, you can do something with a lot of energy, and you can give your best, and you can
Yeah, and like
get
the
out of.
confidence comes out as well.
Yeah, and if you are mentally well and you are not physically well, then also like it's not mentally well, because if you are feeling like, sometimes it happens that you are feeling like I have to do a lot of things, and I have the plan and I have the way and everything, but you are not able to do things because you are not getting the energy and these things. So again,
Yeah,
you will fail to do it. So these things are really important. And when
they
it
are
comes to a
correlated.
fitness journey, and you are transforming yourself, if you are focusing on your physical health, then also you get a lot of mental health results with it,
Yes,
because
absolutely.
yeah, with your transformation you get energy, you get stamina, and you perform better. When you perform better, you get good results and you feel happy. All the things are like aligned, you can say that. So yeah, before ending the podcast, I just want to ask you this question, that what's your final suggestion, not suggestion, what you want to say to the people who are watching us, if they want to live a healthy life and they are fed up of the life that they are living, what they need to do, the first thing, what they need to do?
Honestly, I would love to answer that question, but I think it's a very broad question, and everyone um, is at a very, very different stage in life. And I, being a fitness trainer, I'm no one to give anyone guidance. If you're feeling, bottled up or rut and you're sick of what you're doing, I'm sure it's because of a reason. Like, be it professionally, be it family wise, maybe there's a lot of pressure, maybe you hate your job. Like, there could be so many instances, or like, areas where that frustration is coming from. And I personally would love to help whoever I can help. I think being physically active is a solution to a lot of problems, just because, like we said, it focuses on that mind muscle connection. Physical well-being, mental well-being go hand in hand. So from the physical side of things, I would just say that, if you're feeling let down, if you're feeling pulled down, you're feeling in a rut, try just going out for a walk, like open air, clean nature. It'll clear out your mind. But that's just like, say, 0.1% of the thing of what you can give, to anyone who's not in their best headspace mentally or physically or whatever it is. I just think physical activity helps to a great extent. But that being said, I don't think it's fair for me to answer that question, because you don't know where the person is coming from or what that issue, what that heavy stone might be on them that they're feeling so bottled up. Like, it could be anything and everything.
No, I'm not
So
saying about those people. I'm saying if someone, if I know some, not someone, a lot of people are going to see our videos and our talks, going to listen our talk. I'm saying if people are, I saw people are in a lot of health issues, but they are not really serious about their health, and they're thinking we'll do something in later on, nothing will happen, and they're taking it casually. I'm not saying about the situations. Obviously, we cannot change the situations, and we are no one to say jaws
yeah,
about anyone's
exactly.
situation. I'm saying there is a way. If there is the will, there is a way, and you know the way. If you don't know, then you have to find out a coach, and you have to reach there. That coach will help you how you will get the result. But I'm saying it's another thing. But before that, you need to realize. The realization is the first phase. If
Yeah,
people,
so I think with that, what happens is, people only people only take action once something bad happens. So, like, to
yeah,
explain that better, say you're not physically active and you've been planning that, okay, from Monday or from Sunday, I will start going on daily walks because it's going to be better for my health. But you won't start going until, like, you've gone to the doctor and the doctor has said you've got like
yes.
borderline sugar, borderline thyroid. So, I mean, if you're coming from that side of the question, I would just say better late than never. You've got to start at some point. Start when the thought comes into your head, start then, rather than waiting for some event to happen, which you would probably not want to happen. And don't let, like, an illness or an ailment be the reason that you're looking after yourself. You should regardless be looking after yourself.
Don't wait for it, guys, and just think about it, and think about your health. That's the only point we want to address. Think about it, find out a way, and just go for it. Stay healthy. So finally, I want to say thank you, Arja, for coming to my show. Thank you for giving your valuable time